Continue to learn more about that deadly Roxborough High shooting from earlier this week at a football scrimmage, or after the game, I should say. And if one thing is for sure in our area, just too many kids are getting involved in crime across the area. One of the victims from that shooting had a connection to a carjacking case.
And kids as young as 14 years old keep getting arrested again and again. And today our Marcus Espinoza spent some time speaking with experts about what the issue might be. Marcus, you had a lot of important conversations, thorough conversations. What did you learn? What can we all learn here?
Hey, Sheba. Well, first of all, I learned that it's a complicated issue. I also learned that it's not normal. We should not treat it as normal, and that folks in this community want to address it head on. And while it may seem hopeless right now with nearly 1,000 murders in 2 years, there is still hope and individuals in this city that want to stop it.
The biggest thing is the lack of hope. You know, they're more afraid to live than they are to die.
As Philadelphia approaches the staggering number of 1,000 murders in just 2 years, residents who grew up and live in this community are trying to fight back against the unprecedented violence. Philadelphia police earlier this year flagged a disturbing trend. Young people are increasingly becoming both the victim and the perpetrators in these crimes.
Your prefrontal cortex, which is your frontal lobe, doesn't fully develop until 25. And that's your decision-making tool.
Taj Murdoch is the founder of Men of Courage. That's a nonprofit aimed at helping 12 to 18-year-old young men find a purpose. Murdoch himself was once a juvenile in jail. He credits his corrected path in life to a mentor, something he says is sorely lacking in today's neighborhoods.
So you got a clear psychological diagram of an anger iceberg. Anger is what you see above the water. But below that is all these other emotions that's going on, and our young black men aren't given the tools or the social and emotional intelligence to deal with what they're feeling.
Shaka Johnson is a defense attorney in Philadelphia and also a former police officer. He works directly with many juvenile offenders. He says many of the youth desperately lack positive influences in their home. He's often the first one to teach them about right or wrong.
That's usually the first time they've heard someone tell them that their thinking is improper or their behavior is incorrect. So I think this goes back a step to home.
Just this past Saturday, a large group of juveniles ransacked a Mayfair Wawa. Police even held a press conference to address the community's frustration over it. Kiana Montgomery is a local leader and founder of the nonprofit Q Essentials.
So the question for Wawa was, where was the parents at? So that's another thing. There's no parental guidance.
Sheba, that's a question a lot of people have been asking about the youth of Philadelphia. Where are their parents, their guardians, their leaders? Here's what I also learned today with all these conversations. It's easy to blame. It's harder to take action and take responsibility and take an interest in your neighbor and those struggling. That was something I learned from Taj today, who said, take an interest in one person, teach them something that you've done, that you've learned from. That can go a long way in preventing tragedy down the road in the future.
Marcus, it is a very complex issue, especially when you're asking where the parents are, because a lot of parents are working, just one parent in one household, trying to keep a roof over their kids' heads. So we will continue to have this conversation in the days, months, and years ahead.